Jobs Act, whether it's an individual, run into teachers and corrections officers and pizza stores and bigger manufacturing firms and smaller firms. And, it just doesn't matter. Across the board, we've just seen a tremendous just enthusiasm and a little bit of growth in our economy. And what's interesting, and even though Governor Cuomo and the Democrats and my opponent are just continually slamming, the so-called crumbs that we're giving out, I call one crumb is $1,000. So $5,000 is 5 crumbs, according to Nancy Pelosi. But, this is absurd because they're just doing whatever they can to destroy the fact that this is what's so great about the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. We didn't run this money through some phony system that the governor does where he does like a tax freeze and then you got to wait for a check that comes 2 weeks before Election Day. And then, it's so political. This is money that literally goes into the pot, straight to the pocket of the taxpayer. It doesn't cycle through some state government. It doesn't go to anyone. You just get a direct reduction in your tax due on your paycheck. And it is great that the government is finally getting away from some of these, just taxing to death some of our individuals, our taxpayers. And what's great is you're just seeing an enthusiasm. Every place I've gone, like whether it's a small pizza store, they'll go in and they'll say, we noticed more people coming out. They have a little more money. They're taking their families out. They're spending. They're actually out there. And so it's been a really good thing. And we can do even more, and we're hoping to do more. Of course, if we retain the majority, we'll do it even more. And you saw yesterday was not some big blue wave. Yesterday, a lot of the primaries, including California, showed that, our Republican incumbents in those tough states are still going to be coming back.
Mm-hmm. Congresswoman Claudia Tenney joining us here on the Talk of the Town. We're going to step aside for a minute. We're going to talk money with CBS Money Watch. It's the AM report coming up. And I just want to ask you actually a response from the other side on maybe both of those topics that we just discussed. And then we can get into a release that was put out by your camp yesterday. It's in the OD and some money. A large chunk of money, $7.5 million in federal funds for Griffiths International Airport. Some more good news. We'll talk about that coming up. Stay tuned. It's the Talk of the Town. Talk 100.7 FM.